Right, so as you can see, it's rather cold, just about freezing, and it's March in England. This is about as cold as it gets, and I'm going to talk about what I do to stay warm in this van. I have slept in this van quite a few times over the winter, and I have slept in conditions as cold as this, but no colder than this. And I've also wasted a lot of time and effort trying to figure out how to stay warm, so I'm just going to go through some of the things that I tried that didn't work out so well, and give you my advice from what I've learned so far. So my number one piece of advice would be to completely rethink how you are going to approach staying warm. There are generally two ways of staying warm that we think about when we're indoors and when we're outdoors. The biggest mistake I made coming into this was thinking of this as an indoor space, as it obviously is, and thinking, how am I going to heat this in a similar way to how I would heat a house? I think it's a lot more productive if you think about how you stay warm when you go out for a walk, for instance. If you can apply some of those concepts to being in a van, I think you'll have a lot more success. So an example of this is I did actually install an electric heater here, which I have a video for, which was running off my leisure battery. It kind of worked all right, but I just got too small results for the amount of effort and time it took. It just was not worth it, and it wouldn't help me overnight anyway. I've also looked into using this. This is all right for heating yourself quickly in the daytime, but this is controversial because there are safety issues with that, and obviously you can't leave that on overnight, although I have had some success with that. Well, I'm not recommending it to anyone. And there are also Propex diesel heaters, or whatever they're called. I've looked into them. They look really nice. They're a good way of heating your van as you would heat a house, you know, but you're looking at 500 quid plus for a decent one of them, and with this being a budget camper, there's no way I'm going to spend that sort of money. So first of all, and most importantly, this is a sleeping bag, which is perfect for me. It's a wide one. It's actually called a Vango Aurora Grand. This is a nice big one for one person, and this is a 3-season sleeping bag, so it's nice and thick, nice and comfy. This was £60, and this is going to be the best value for money, I think. A good sleeping bag, whatever's best for you, but putting money into a decent sleeping bag is going to be where you're going to get the best results. I've also got a duvet, which I can actually pull over myself as well. That helps a lot. You also want to look into a hot water bottle, thermal socks, some sort of hat, or even better, a balaclava like this, and I've got some thermal long johns here. These help a lot as well. And you want a setup with a minimum hob like this, with a water supply and a kettle. If you've got a nicer hob setup, then that's even better. Another little tip that's worth taking note of is it's worth thinking about where you're parking. If you're in an exposed area, then there's going to be wind constantly blowing against your van, which is going to actually make it colder in here. So try and park somewhere that's sheltered from the wind. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need really to stay warm at night in those kind of temperatures. If you're in Canada or Alaska or something, I would definitely recommend not taking my advice. But what I generally do is make myself a hot water bottle, get in all my gear. I also wear a t-shirt as well with that. Get into bed, pull the duvet over me, and with a hot water bottle in there, I'm nice and warm, perfectly warm, just as if I was at home. And it works so well that usually when I wake up in the morning, my hot water bottle is actually still hot. That's a reflection of how effective this setup is. And it's just a lot easier and cheaper than messing around trying to keep your van warm with some sort of central heating system that doesn't exist. So that'd be my advice. And if anyone has any comments or suggestions for things that I can do to improve, please let me know. And also, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps a lot. And if you want to subscribe, subscribe. Thank you.